So hi, it's Nicole.
And Nicole.
Once again, we are coming back at you from my lovely spooky abode. And first and foremost, as always, we would like to remind you to like and subscribe to our video.
Buttons.
Hit our button, and if you want to see more, hit the bell. So whenever we upload more videos, you are notified immediately. So tonight, we're going to do something a little bit different. We are going to do a video about drugstore makeup. So tonight we are sporting a completely drugstore based look, minus of course our foundation. We had to go a little more expensive on the foundation. We both have needy skin.
Yeah, that's a little bit harder to find. But as far as blush and eye makeup, eyebrow makeup, mascara, eyeliner, lips, highlighter, all super affordable makeup that anybody
Absolutely.
can throw a couple bucks together and be able to get.
And it's not to say that drugstore foundations aren't good. It's just that as we've gotten older and have had some aging skin, we found that some of the drugstore brands didn't work for us for whatever reasons. Obviously, we have two different skin types. We've been through many foundations and had our issues with
a
a lot.
Your skin is important, especially as you start to age. And if you are gonna, put the money into something, I would definitely recommend it being, your skincare and your primers and foundations and stuff that's gonna be sitting
Your
on your
basics,
skin.
everything that sits on your skin first. So, and it's a good thing to remind you. It's something my grandmother always used to tell me is always take care of your skin. Even when you're younger, use moisturizers, exfoliate when you need to, and you'll definitely see as you get older that your skin will thank you. So, without further ado,
Let's get started.
yeah. All right. So obviously tonight, like we were saying, we both used our Too Faced foundation, and we did use a Smashbox primer as well.
Yep.
So we'll get that out of the way. But everything else was drugstore brand. So let's see. Should we go from the bottom up? Just build up where we are.
Yeah. What do we have?
All right. So let's see.
Do the blushes maybe?
Do the blushes, yeah. Alright, so for blushes, I have two that I actually used in combination with each other tonight. So I will show you what those were. One is the Argan Wear from Physicians Formula. So you've got a mean glare on here, but as you can see, it is a very kind of peachy with a little bit of shimmer. And the other was my Essence Satin Touch blush that came in the FC bag that you saw on our last video. Both very natural, which is nice. And they don't feel heavy or cakey.
And I like the packaging on the Physicians Formula too.
Physicians Formula always has really snazzy packaging. And I also have to show off a little bit of their detailing in their actual compact. They always have some nice looks, and it's very pretty to look at, so never hurts. And Physicians Formula was actually created by a physician, supposedly, so it is actually good for your skin, which is nice. And what did you use for blushes?
I cheated because I don't have a drugstore blush that I like.
Oh, that's right. I'm
And
sorry, we like you.
I used my heart blush. It's Too Faced, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I can't help it. I really like it a lot. But so the first thing I probably did was when I started my I used your drops.
Oh yeah. Let's not forget about this. This is actually a new product from Makeup Revolution. It is called Unicorn Elixir. Comes in a variety of shades.
It's a straight up dupe for the Cover FX illuminating
It is.
drops.
But if you could see, in the light. I mean, look at how much light this reflects just from that color. It is so pretty.
It really is.
It is highly reflective, and actually, we've
Super.
discovered makes a good primer.
Yeah, I
Also-
did. Yeah, I put that under my because it has a little bit of a tackiness to it when it starts to dry down, and it actually worked really nicely.
Use it as a nice primer base for my eyeshadow, which was really nice.
So, and then on top of that, did oh, you used a different one, didn't you? I used
Oh.
her new Makeup Revolution eyeshadow and highlighter palette, and I took some of this and I put it across the top of that, and I mean, it's gorgeous. Like, it is not a subtle highlight. And you said that these drops are how much?
Those are $9.
$9. I don't know the exact
$9,
price of the other ones,
and,
but they're over 50.
It is 18 mLs, which is it's a little more than half a fluid ounce, and this is actually a pretty hefty size.
It really
bottle.
is. And then
It
how
really
much
is.
did you say that?
And that right there, actually, I'm not gonna lie to you, that was free. I actually made a purchase from Ulta today of
Very,
Makeup
very
Revolution products, which is a I'll get to this one in a minute, but this is the Focus and Fix eyebrow shaping kit and the Unicorn Elixir, and the two of them together equaled $15, and I got a free palette.
pretty. Yep. Revolution Makeup, Revolution London. Love the Revolution. It really is really pretty too.
It really is. And to be honest, when I used the Unicorn Elixir, my highlighter that I used over it was also a very affordable one. It is the NYX Chromatic highlighter.
The duochrome highlighters from NYX can't be beat.
They're gorgeous, and as you can tell, it's something I use very frequently. I have literally hit pan on this.
That's when you know it's loved.
I do. I actually bought another one because they were buy one get one the other day. This color is Snow Rose. It's very pretty. It's very almost icy. And on top of that Unicorn Elixir, it not only set it, but it made it that much more shiny. So you can really, your cheeks can be seen from space,
This is fantastic.
which is really nice. You can't beat that. So those were our highlighters. But it's come to my attention as we were doing our makeup that the majority of my highlighters are all drugstore highlighters. I do not have a single high-end highlighter. So there you go.
Definitely something that you can save money on in your makeup collection is highlighter. Like, there are some really nice drugstore highlighters between Makeup Revolution and NYX, and there's another one that everybody, Wet n Wild, actually. The makeup that almost reminds me of being a kid and playing with makeup. They have some beautiful highlighters, and that's all really affordable stuff
It's
too.
very affordable, especially the Wet n Wild. That's probably like the
Cheapest
lowest
of all of them,
yeah, exactly. And let's see, move up from cheeks to eyes from there, and it's amazing what you can actually do with some of these palettes. But for my eye primer, this is something I use every day. This is a standard Ulta brand tinted eye primer in champagne. As you can tell, this tube is basically almost gone.
It's
So
also been loved.
it is one I use every day. I do not use the more expensive eye primers. I find that there's no need to spend $26 when I can spend $9.
Yeah, there really is.
So for $9 or maybe $10 is how much I got this for. It is an excellent base. It still has a little of that tackiness, but I also combined this primer with the Unicorn Elixir. And from there, my entire eye look today is actually brought to you by this free palette.
It's so pretty.
It's very pretty. Just the design of it, like the detailing and this heart right here and the highlighter and all of these shadows. I used this beautiful like movie red, and then I used a little of this gold on the inside. I used this dark one in the crease, and this very pinky champagne on the top. So I literally used most of this palette entirely on my eyes, which was amazing. Let's see if I can get a little bit closer detail here, but it's really hard to tell on here, but I mean, it's very, very shimmering, very pretty. So you know, I'm actually pretty impressed with this eyeshadow
Great
palette.
pigment for Makeup Revolution.
Yeah.
So I hopped around a little bit more. I use this too. This is a matte color, and I use that in my crease, and it was actually a lot more pigmented than I thought it was going to be, so I really had to blend it out once I put it on there. And then I actually used this little quad from Rimmel London, and it's really dark, but with a light fluffy brush I put some of the purple in my eyebrows actually, and then I use a lot of the green, and then for a lighter color on my lids I used let me look and see which one I used. The gold in this. These poor things are also Makeup Revolution. They're all beautiful metallics with just a couple lighter lid colors in matte, but I love these to death. They are super cheap, so the packaging's really inexpensive, and I cracked the tops to both of them, but these are great. I love these so
I
much.
believe, to be honest, that those palettes are anywhere between $7 and $10 for the entire
They're
palette.
so affordable. You get so many colors, and I like I said, I've just used them so much, and I love these palettes. They are great, inexpensive brand to get like a good bang for your buck. Not all of I got this one from this sweetie right here for my birthday because I mean, come on, like
Who doesn't love a pink fuzzy palette with a big shiny heart?
like it's so tacky. Like I love it so much. I know it's tacky. It's fantastic. It's furry, and this stuff like has sparkle, but the metallics in here are blind you. All right, there we go. The metallics in here are absolutely beautiful. This peach color is really nice. The more neutral colors are really nice. They have some more purpley colors in here that are really pretty. I'm gonna keep blinding you. And the purple colors and the burgundy one, sadly, they're bunk. I know I've heard a lot of influencers talk about purple being a really hard color to do. So that probably has something to do with it, but for the price, and I mean, it's just absolutely so cute. Like, eventually this will go on a little makeup desk. This will never get put away. It's the cutest thing in the world, and
even if it's just a makeup desk decoration, it's still
it's
gorgeous.
just adorable. And yeah, so not the best of their formulas, but not like a total waste either.
No, actually, I mean, there's usable stuff in there, so I mean, hey, it works. Alright, on to eyeliner. I'm not even gonna lie to you. This is some of the best eyeliner I've found at the absolute cheapest price. This is a fairly new drugstore brand that not a lot of places carry. I know it's more exclusive to Ulta than anything. And it's the same company that makes my blush I used tonight, but it is Essence. I'm not gonna lie to you. I believe that
Yes.
eyeliner was $2.99, and so was this one, and I bought them at buy one get one half off. So one of these was like $1.59
Such a good deal.
for eyeliner. That's waterproof. I mean, you can't beat it. And we have the best of both worlds. I mean, she gets her pen.
Mm-hmm.
I get my dip well. You get waterproof, and I mean, you know, I can,
Yeah, it's nice, and it's nice and black.
can
A
do
lot
this.
of cheap liners, you have to go over and over them. You don't with that, like one
Yeah.
swipe across, it was opaque, so.
super black, and it got a little shine to it, so it's nice. It's not super matte, flat kind of black, which is really nice. So, probably
Grab something here.
eyebrows.
Oh, alright.
Oh,
Real
yeah.
quick, I don't really know if it's gonna translate or not, but I put some of this green. This is NYX. They have the best colors in these, and I actually swatched. I'm not gonna say the name because I can't quite remember which one it was. No, it's Too Faced. It's Too Faced, the ones that look like pens. Little felt lip tip pens with the little thing.
Yeah.
And the colors are really pretty, but I was so disappointed in how that went on my hand and how transparent it was. These are so much cheaper. They have quite a good color range. I would definitely recommend these. It's got a really nice thin
Oh, pointy tip.
pointy tip on
I
it.
like pointy tips.
So you get a really good line.
Nice defined line.
Yep. And then also NYX is the micro brow pencil, and this is a twist up pencil, and this is a pretty good dupe for the Anastasia Beverly Hills pencil that everybody really
for the
likes.
super skinny brow pencils.
It's got an embarrassingly dirty spoolie. It's got a good spoolie on it. It's got the little thin itty bitty tip and the twist, and this is so much cheaper. And I've used both of them, and I don't really see a whole lot of difference.
I think the only difference I've noticed between the NYX and the Anastasia Beverly Hills is the Anastasia's a little drier and a little more powdery.
It stays better.
On, and it goes
it
on a
does
little
stay better and longer.
But the NYX is a little more
creamier.
Mm-hmm. But if you're having a morning where your brows are feeling particularly a little, you know, the NYX actually works better because it actually tames those wild flyaway brows, which is really, really nice. I actually mixed it up tonight. I got crazy. I usually use either my NYX pencil or my Anastasia, but seeing as I was aiming for getting that free palette and spending $15, I used the Focus and Fix Eyebrow Shaping Makeup Revolution palette. The reason being is because I looked on the back, and most eyebrow palettes come with 2 colors in them. And this one actually had like the gel pomade, but it had 3 colors in it. And they had a light to medium and medium to dark. And I used the medium to dark formula, which, you know, my brows I think are a little thicker tonight than they normally are because I didn't have the control with the super skinny pencil that I do with the brush. But I didn't use any of my fancy brushes on this. I literally used the little tiny applicator brush that's in here, which is nice. And just in case, you know, you have a few flyaways, you have a little pair of baby tweezers in there too.
Little
so it was very
tweezers.
cute.
Baby anything.
Yeah.
Little bitty teeny tweezers, so cute.
Absolutely. So for $6, this was actually not a bad find.
Right. And I think the last is this little box. This is from a company called Hush.com, and they have a lot of dupe makeup for other stuff. They also do sell some more high-end brands, but I just was kind of scoping it out, seeing what it was about, and so I just put in a little tiny order to see how long it was going to take to get to me, if it was going to show up, if they were going to bill me properly. They said that could get anything I wanted. It didn't matter how much I spent. They were going to give me a free gift, and there wasn't going to be any shipping. So I said, all right, I'll give it a try. And I got this pencil from NYX for $1. It's a really pretty color. I'm not super impressed with I ended up making it go a little bit in the waterline, but it just didn't stay that great.
Seafoam green. Pretty.
Still with the sniffles, by the way. Still fighting through it. Recording for you. And then the next thing I got, I'm ending up giving it to her because it's just too dark for me to wear enough to justify keeping it in my stuff. But it is by Clean Color, and it is a metallic, it calls it a metallic lip gloss, but it is not a gloss. It is like a matte metallic color. And it is just like amazingly metallic.
You can see this was the line from color I tested earlier. Well, from that color I
swatched it. It does not move.
But there's no kiss marks on there. So
it feels amazing. It doesn't feel overly drying at all. It stays really well. It doesn't hold up to food and drink like a lot of them do. Like, it's not going to immediately come right off, but like that does affect it a little. This was $1. $1.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm pretty impressed for $1 because I use a very high-end lipstick that I sell on the side called Lip Sense, and I don't typically use a lot of other lippies.
And she likes it.
And I actually like it, and it's not overly drying to my lips, which is nice.
When you smile, it doesn't feel like your lips are splitting apart or anything like that. One coating of this color. A lot of times colors like this, you really have to go in 2 or 3 times.
Pound them on there.
And you didn't, and so you'll see more of these. We'll be reviewing more of these because they have some other really fun colors.
More colors means for $1, we must have them all.
Yeah, we really, like, it just has to happen. And then they sent me this little free gift. I got to pick, which literally just a little gel eye mask was $3, which is more than I even spent. So, yeah, I would definitely recommend it. They have an app. If you download the app, they waiver your shipping no matter what you're ordering. If you want to do like I did and just spend a couple bucks just to see, kind of feel them out, totally do that and get a little free gift. So, I definitely recommend them. And yeah, so I think that it definitely is possible to get like a really nice look on your face with inexpensive items. Sometimes it's a little bit hit or miss with things, but for the most part,
Sometimes you kind of have to try them, and it's trial and error. But I will say, as an employee of Ulta, we're usually very good. If you decide you absolutely hate something, you know, you have one of our loyalty cards there, and you come in. We're usually more than happy to exchange it or give your money
return,
back.
yep.
So you know, it's a good place if you can't try it before you buy it, like you can with the high-end stuff. You can
Always bring it back.
always bring it back and be like,
There's
"Yep, I
only a
didn't-"
few places you can do that. A lot of times when you open makeup, that's that. They won't return it.
Yeah.
I think actually Ulta, Sephora, and Rite Aid may be the only places in our area that I know of. I don't know Walgreens policies. They do compete with Rite Aid, so they
true.
it may be possible
true.
that they have the same thing. But yeah, it's hard to get makeup that you cannot play with first and
test it out.
test it out.
Make
So
sure the colors work.
if you're gonna get drugstore makeup, I would definitely recommend going somewhere where you can pick it up, that they're going to let you exchange or return if it doesn't work for you.
Absolutely. So keep your eyes out for that when you're working with drugstore makeup. But like I was telling her as we were doing her makeup, I have done less of a look with more products. I mean,
Absolutely.
with what we've got here, I mean, it literally would fit in one of my small Ipsy bags and would be perfect for travel. And if it got broke, I could replace it and I wouldn't feel so bad.
I think the pigment in both of them is pretty. I mean, it blended really nice.
Beautiful, beautiful colors.
Like the metallic. I've used more expensive metallics on my lid before and not gotten as nice of a. And that right there, that was no setting spray on the brush or anything. I literally went back over and put my finger in the gold and just like put it through.
Dipped it and rubbed it on.
Yep, that was actually from the pink fuzzy palette, and I just went like that, and it's beautiful.
And even back here, I mean, I can see the shine on, the upper brow of the pinky champagne color that was in there. It was an absolutely gorgeous color, and I didn't expect it to be so gorgeous. So, it's definitely worth having a free palette and spending $15 to get it. $15, I got 3 products, and I love all of them, and kind of turned on to Essence, especially in Makeup Revolution, where they were brands I was never really familiar with before.
Yeah,
so
I really like Makeup Revolution.
thanks to Ulta and Ipsy, I've gotten a taste into a new world, and if I ever really find myself struggling to afford some of the higher end stuff, I know I've got some fallbacks in the drugstore
Yeah,
area.
really good inexpensive options.
Absolutely. So I hope that this has inspired you to realize that you can have a flawless face with even drugstore makeup. There is some good stuff out there, and the more that we find, the more that we will bring to you. So I think that's all I have for everybody tonight. I don't know if you want to add anything.
No, I think that's it. Definitely just give it a try.
Yeah, absolutely. Have fun with your drugstore makeup and realize you don't have to spend a lot to look like you spend a lot.
Absolutely.
So have a good night, everybody. We hope you feel beautiful. As always, from the land of Nicole Squared.
Bye.
Bye.